5 here, back here again with another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator video. 1.0 for this game is officially out. There's a bunch more maps that have just been released on this game. As you can see as I click through them here, even a Modern City one. So I'm going to be going through, and there's also been a bunch more new units out. I'm going to go basically unit type by unit type, determine like what is the best unit for each type. Such as, for example, this video I'm going to start off with doing the medieval, the heavy knight, footman, archer, cavalry, catapult, and spearman. We're doing this setup as 1 against 1 in a battle, and just going as a tier based on that, and by the end of this video we should know what is the best for each unit type. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. And let me know down in the comments for any recommendations you have for other any simulations I could go off of with here, or something else I can do with the game. So anyways, I will see you all. Alright, so here we have it, the first battle that is up. It will be these footmen against the heavy knights. Now what I did is I stacked these units one on top of each other to limit any spacing differential, and just let them go at it. I'm also using the automatic cinematic pan around for ease of recording this video. As we can see, a little lag there, not too bad though. It appears that the heavy knights, which honestly I predicted that definitely the heavy knights would do very well against footman, as literally they both have the same block. However, the heavy knights obviously have the more armor, and they also would do more damage. These heavy knights are just ripping through the footmen. So it should be a quick battle. We'll see how the results do at the end of all this. Just a little pocket left in the middle. I'm going to guess the footmen take out 20 heavy knights. Oh, pretty close. 19. Alright. Let's end this battle and let's get into the next one. Alright, here we go. Footmen against archers. Now, many of you may have seen my previous video where I did archers against Spartans. However, that was attack formation and other things. I would change the output of the game. With the footmen being in and amongst the archers, I predict that this is just going to be a bloodbath, however. So without further ado, let's get this battle rolling. One hate about this, I hate about the cinematic pan is it kind of pans out, sometimes you can't even see anything. And it's as I kind of figured, footmen splitting off into two groups, each attacking the other. I'm going to guess the archers are going to knock out, I don't know, I'm going to say 15 footmen. Just because of the fact that the archers, they don't really have any health, but you have the archers in the back as evident here. But they're going to be able to fire over the top and hit footmen that are advancing in on them. So yeah, this should be another quick one. I'm doing 250 against 250 forces, figuring that all these should pretty much be quick battles. And with that, the footmen covered in around them. I'll take it back, they almost knocked down 50. But let's get right into the next battle without further ado. And here we go. The cavalry against the footmen. Now the thing is with the cavalry charge will naturally kill people, so having the cavalry in and amongst the footmen right off the start, in some ways I think will hinder them. However, it's still footmen. I'm predicting that the cavalry will win out against the footmen in this one, just because they're bigger. However, as we can see, the footmen do make a pocket, but because the cavalry are able to charge in and just literally trample their enemies, because as soon as one dies, when the next one runs forward, that's going to automatically kill one of the footmen, I figure. So this one I think will probably be a longer battle. However, as it goes on, I think that it'll quickly shorten up. As you can see, there's a little pocket forming in the middle, the footmen forming a ring with each other. Getting some close-up shots. That's what I like about the cinematic viewer, is it automatically will go to some of these shots, which are kind of cool at times. I mean, sometimes it's just the back of a another unit, but overall, I enjoy it. Alright, let's see here. Oh, the footmen did some work. Knocked out about 90 of them. That was a little bit more than I was figuring. Alright, here's an interesting one. The cavalry against the catapults. Now this, I don't know what's going to happen with this one, I'll be honest. I'm figuring the catapults are going to win just because they can fire at such large range and knock down a bunch at a time. However, the cavalry do have the bonus of speed and just this dust clouds forming. And all the rocks. So it looks like the cavalry had a quick initial get off, but however, the fact that the catapults can have like 4 deep and fire over the top on the cavalry. This is just quick. That's all this is. So I wonder how much the cavalry actually knocked out for the catapults. Catapults won that one. Alright, so about 170. That's actually a little bit better than I was thinking it was going to go. Alright, so with that, catapults won that run around. Let's do the cavalry against the heavy knights now. Let's see here, we are all lined up. Now this one, I know when I've done it before, if the cavalry can charge in, the cavalry won't take out the heavy knights. However, because they won't be able to charge in, the heavy knights, I know for a fact they're going to have a good initial get off. Little lag here as I'm starting it. Hopefully this clears up. Come on. Come on. That's one thing I hate about the cavalry unit, is it often drops the frame rate ridiculously low. Alright, so yep, the heavy knights have formed sort of a circular mass. I'm figuring that this is going to be a close one. Like, there's going to be maybe, I don't know what unit's going to survive, but maybe 30 of the surviving unit will be standing at the end of it. This one's going to be a long battle, I'm figuring. Gosh, the lag within this, though, it's a little ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. Honestly, that could just be my computer, because the game itself, I know I've watched some other people with what they do. It's actually very good for keeping the frame rate up. And actually, it looks like the heavy knights are doing some decent work. They're about 2 or 3 deep in most places on their ring. As long as the ring doesn't break, I think they're actually going to have it. Oh, and as I said that, ring broke. As soon as the cavalry can get trampling, it's basically done for the other unit. Because they're able to just come in behind and trample the backside. Which is actually historically realistic and accurate, as the cavalry could literally just trample its enemy. See how many... 200. So there's 50 left. That was not as close as I was figuring, but that's actually the closest battle thus far for 2 units. So here we go, the heavy knights against the spearmen, the last unit that is within the medieval, within both the version 1.0 and the original beta of this game. Honestly, I'm figuring this is going to be another close battle. Just because the spearmen have the reach, however, the heavy knights do have more health than the spearmen themselves. However, the spearmen also have a higher block because of their bigger shield. It looks about 50-50. Yeah, look, it looks about basically one-on-one, because the thing is the spearmen are able to fight from 3 back and kill people. However, if the heavy knights are able to get on the side like this, the spearmen are going to drop much quicker. Alright, I'm guessing it's not as close as I initially thought it was, as these heavy knights seem to be doing a lot more damage to the spearmen than the spearmen are doing right back. Yeah, and as evidence, you see all the spearmen dead behind the heavy knights, but no heavy knights dead back there. Alright then. I thought this was going to be a lot closer. Actually, in some ways, I figured that the spearmen would be able to pull it out, but it looks like that's very, very unlikely that's going to happen. As the heavy knights are forming in a circle around the spearmen. Spearmen will lose that length advantage. Yeah, look at the back side. That's mainly all spearmen. A couple heavy knights here and there, but it's mainly spearmen that have died. This is a lot closer than I figured it was going to be. And the heavy knights have formed a complete circle around them. Just this little pocket of spearmen that are left. And yeah, that's going to be a heavy knight victory. So they didn't even knock out 100 of them. Only just shy of 90. So let's see these spearmen against the footmen. All lined up and ready to go. This actually fit in quite nicely. Little bit of excess there, but not too terribly much. So the thing is, I tried to set them right on top of each other. However, obviously there was some depth that occurred and other things as well. I can't even get a good. That's the one other thing with Cinemax. Sometimes it just stays zoomed out so far. I can't even give you a good picture. I think that's the footmen are basically formed and taken on the middle area due to the fact they have close quarter. They're better. However, I think the spearmen should pull out this one in my opinion, just because they have farther reach and about the same health as the footmen, and they also have higher block. And it looks like that's what it's going to be. Just a couple footmen left on the middle here. A couple of them dotting. And that's that. Spearmen have won. Actually a close battle. 129 spearmen that were killed by the footmen. It's a little closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so here we go. It's every unit now put one on top of another. So this is spearmen, footmen, archers, catapults, cavalry, all one on top of another, all ready to go. They're all fighting against each other. There are no teams. So it's everyone against everything, and the frame drop. Oh, the frame drop. This is gonna be ugly. Alright, I'm thinking all the archers have fallen. Just look at those pictures. And oh, hey, look, we got some catapults in the back here. Oh, we're just going to cock and fire. And yeah, that was a massacre. Got some cavalry, though, still fighting on. But just a wall of catapults in the back. And yeah, catapults pretty handily won. So the archers basically were horrible. Cavalry knocked out a decent amount, in all honesty. And look at, okay, the catapult kills, it doesn't count everything within their kill. But let's see what happens when we stick every single unit as one team against the catapults. Let's see if they can win. I'm thinking that they'll be able to pull it off just because they have more. However, the catapult splash damage, I know, will be a factor. The archer's ability to fire, though, might actually help them in being able to hit the back ones. Nice close-up of some splash damage right there. See, I'm thinking... I can't remember if the cavalry... No, look at that. The cavalry won't friendly trample. Problem is just getting all the units to the outer extremities. Is sometime... That's going to be what... It's just going to be the time that's going to take to get to the back wall will be the downfall of this joint medieval force. Cavalry right off the bat looking like they're doing the most work. Some spearmen also assisting in there. Heavy knights, some footmen are still alive as well. Cavalry coming in for another charge. Alright, and there we go. So all of them can defeat it. 217 of their force, which initially numbered 1250. That is quite a depreciation that got killed by the catapults. But yeah, so catapult was the best unit. Let's look at the final list of everything though. So the catapult was the best unit, followed by the cavalry, then heavy knight, spearman, footman, and archer. As always, Fritz465, see you around later.